In this video, I will be showing you how to make Turkish gözleme. To make about 4 servings, you can use these ingredients. First one is 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2/3 cup of water, and lots of cheese, or you can choose other fillings. You also need a dough cutter to cut the dough. And finally, you'll need a dough roller. Now that we have all the ingredients, we're going to mix them inside a bowl. First, we add the flour, and then we're going to add the salt, and finally, the water. Then, by using a mixer, we're going to mix these. You can also mix this by hand, based on your preference. Once everything is mixed well, the dough is ready. It should look like this. Now that our dough is ready, we have to split it up. So before doing that, we're going to softly roll the dough and spread it out evenly into a cylinder shape. While working with the dough, it's best to use some flour on the counter as well as the dough, just so it doesn't get sticky and that you can easily work with the dough. Okay, now that we have the cylinder, we can split it up into 3 pieces. Depending on the sizes that you want, you can split them up into 4 pieces as well, if you want smaller portions. After softly rolling them into small balls, I'm going to set 2 of them aside and only work with 1 of them. Now, our next step is to roll out the dough. Again, I use flour on the counter as well as the dough in order to easily roll out the dough. I also want to note that each ball of dough can be used to make 1 gözleme. I will only be showing you how to make 1, but with the ingredients I gave you, you are easily able to make 2 to 3. So you can repeat the following steps for each ball of dough. Keep in mind that the thinner you spread out your dough, the crispier and nicer your final product is going to be. So this is the final thickness I had. Pretty thin on average. And our next step is going to be adding the filling. I'm going to use lots of cheese. You can also use either spinach, beef, or any other filling to your desire. Now I'm going to flip over the other half on top of the filling and press down on the edges. This is important so that things don't fall apart and that the edges are sealed well so the filling doesn't fall out. Next, with the dough cutter, I'm going to cut a nice shape around the edges. And you can take the extra dough and use it in your other portions. Now we can finally cook. I use an electric griddle, but you can also use a pan if you like. We want to cook this until you see brown spots. As you see, once I saw the brown spots on one end, I flipped it over so the other side can cook. In order to give it a little more taste, and a little more crispiness, I love to spread some butter once each side has cooked. And finally, our gözleme is ready to be served. Look at how crispy it is. Now let's take a look at how cheesy and great it looks. I use mozzarella cheese, which I think is the best option for this, but you can use any other types of cheese that you prefer. And this is the final look. It's very crispy, very tasty, and it's a great addition to your breakfast. I hope you enjoy this video, and enjoy. Afiyet olsun. Thank you.